I'm going to point this out real quick. I don't know how well anything's going to work. There may be settings I am going to have to fix. Kind of like now by the looks of things. Things were a little laggy earlier. They're not perfect still, but I guess that's just how it is. But it's fine. It's fine. I'll make sure I can get things working and then we'll get down to business. Alright. In a way, this might also be a little bit of a test stream. Not an official one though. Because I did in fact do something, but I'm not sure how well it's going to work. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully what I did will help prevent the cutscenes from stuttering. My faith in it's non-existent, to be fair. But you gotta do what you gotta do, am I right? You gotta do what you gotta do. We still got some lagging, which fine. I can tell you right now we're having fun issues. Fun issues. Game, are you gonna load up? Alright, I'm guessing the settings is incorrect then. Alright, so yeah. I did also adjust the game settings so they're low again. I don't know. We don't know if this is gonna work. It should, in theory. But again, we'll have to wait and see. And I will switch over to the game once I've connect with the software on the PC. What are you talking about? It is connected. I'm moving right now, or not? Can I make that go away? Alright, hang on, I gotta reset that real quick. I don't want you to. No. Internet is fine. What the heck? Oh. Where did I? Yep. Alright, whatever. It's whatever. I'll figure out what's up with the app later. Later. What was I doing before stream? I did a couple polls. I also ended up using my thingamajig to get Rame, because she was a character I really wanted to begin with. I mean, there's plenty of characters I want, but knowing my luck, I'm probably going to E6 one of the standards before I can reach the, before I could pull for someone else. In the future, at least. Game load. Not that one. That's... Found it. Yeah, I was at the Genesis place. I'm just gonna let that sit for a moment. Alright. Funny thing is, this doesn't have a lock up. We're gonna try that again. Probably. Hello, welcome back to the stream. Will things go right this time? I highly doubt it. But am I gonna continue on? Hell yeah. This is take 2, but for anyone else, this is only take 1. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna boot up the game. Am I gonna do XYZ? And show I know my ABCs. Maybe next time you'll sing with me. It looks like we are having many issues today on OBS. Which expected, honestly. Which is expected. What are the settings, by the way? Checking, guys, checking. Right, so graphic setting might be the FPS. Let's change that to 30. Shadow quality off, reflection very low, character low. Environment I have on medium right now. We'll just see how that does. I can't load the rendering process because that's gonna suffer a lot. I mean, to be fair, this thing's been having many a trouble recently. But that's... and it is what it is, to be fair. It is what it is. I'm just gonna soldier on in this case. Okay. As far as I'm aware, I don't think this is probably a good place to test stuff out to begin with. Nice. Okay. So right. One thing seems to be working all right now. I am gonna quickly check on something else, though. Alright. Let's see here. It's not game settings I'm checking. I'm checking something else that didn't really pop up for me to look at for whatever reason. It looks like a lot of everything else is going to lag as well. I have this set up as one way, so I'm kind of curious to see if setting it up another way. Oh, there we go, there we go. Okay, so here's the performance. This is how every... Ah, okay, okay. I see, yes, yes. Okay. And then we go to the gaming tab real quick. Side lag, I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't think I need that. I don't think I need this on right now. Then we have, what's this? Okay. And this. can see how that will work. Oh. Then I'll hold off on that for now. Settings. Leave that as is. Okay. Alright. Oopsie. Alright. It's moving better than it had been. I'm gonna have to build a raw main now, come to think of it. Alright. We'll do this in a moment. There is I need to test a cutscene real quick. So we're gonna do that. Considering I could have just went directly to warp, but I didn't think about it. Alright. Cutscene test. I like this, honestly. I mean, I think cutscenes are rendered differently. Honestly. So that's not gonna work. Hold up. I'm wondering if it's my chair or just the way I'm sitting. Ugh. I have a feeling it's how I sit. And the blood flow moving. Again. I think it's the way I sit. Alright, so cutscenes are different from what you see with the actual gameplay, I think. If there were a regular screen for... Oh, there is. Alright, we'll try window real quick. A little tiny window box. Hold up. I don't want to play on a tiny little window though. Alright. So, I don't want to do that. Okay, what about full screen, full screen? What did I do? I picked something I didn't want to pick. How does that look? That is incorrect. There regular window. Problem is... Wait, where's the 1080? So the options for the full screens, it's either full screen or nothing. So I'm gonna quickly go back to the Windows 720. That is incorrect. Hold up. Where is it? Oh, lady. Where is it? Oh. Alright, so we got 1280 by 720 apparently. The issue here is that it's a tiny little screen for me. And I'm not really on into that. But we'll see how it runs as a window. You are kidding me right now. You're kidding me right now, really. Alright. Alright, none of that left here. Decent enough. But can I have a slightly larger window? What's 1760 by 990, by the way? Slightly bigger. What's 16 by 900? I think that one is actually a little better in this case. Let's see how it runs. Let's see what this on window acts like. Yeah, if only this actually worked for God of War, though. If only. Anyway. Alright. So I'm gonna go try that cutscene again real quick. Let it be known. If this works, I'm gonna be mad about it. I mean, it's not bad this time. I will take it. That is an improvement. That is a big improvement. Honestly. If only windowed worked with God of War. Like, for real, for real. I would have loved to be able to play that on stream. But I think there's more graphics in that game than there are in Honkai. So... hey, I'll take the wins where I can. Now, without further ado, we shall continue the storyline. There's a puzzle over there. Oh shoot. Oopsie. I might have almost forgotten to adjust the window on the stream. Sorry, guys. Alright. If it means that if this is the way it is gonna be, then fine. I'm okay with that. You don't. Huh. Huh. Windowed.
It's still early. Where to now?
There's a lot happening. Hold up.
Aglaya, what happened here?
I know about the poisonous fangs of that king snake through the golden threads. In the past, I would be confident about keeping her in check, but I admit I am now unable to do so.
What do you mean?
It is no longer about eloquence or arguments. I have been a demigod for far too long that I hardly have any humanity left. Before I realized it, I have become no different from these hypocrites, no longer capable of relating to the people.
To lose your humanity, though, that is kind of a terrifying thought, to be honest. To live for many lifetimes, you're really, like, something to really think about. Something you should think of. Is it something you should think about? It is something to think about, to be fair. Come on.
This has come a lot sooner than I expected. But perhaps it is time. I need you to step up, Huion, in order for me to retreat behind the scenes.
I mean, I know I did in... I forgot. Well, either way.
Yes, this is my duty, but...
For all that Aglaya says that Huion is an heir with no flaw, I kinda wonder what it actually is, though.
It is far easier for the Council of Elders to fool many than just fool one person. Their so-called more support is no more than a ruse to distribute power using words instead of lances. There is no glory in winning this debate, but that makes having respect for humans so much more priceless. Huion, or a Chrysos heir without flaw, capable of relating deeply with humans.
I appreciate what you've taught me, Aglaya. I hope we'll live up to your expectations and win this debate.
Oh boy. Okay. Can I adjust the settings from here or not? Nah. Hey, Puzzle. I see you in the background. Oh, yeah, I remember in trying to do that puzzle no. Ugh. Eat.
Oh, you've done well, Lord Calictus. Let me take over and personally close this debate for today.
Fine.
Dearest counselors, let it be known that I sorely miss the blissful times portrayed in lyrical poems. Back then, Amphorius was home to nearly 1,000 cities, each with their own local faith, while gods walked the earth and shared close bonds with humans.
Oh.
Yet, in the present, people from all over are forced to leave their homeland to seek refuge in the holy city, where they hope to rest under Kefali's protection. All of us have long been in the same boat, with no way out of this plight. We didn't have a choice in the past, but now, the Council of Elders brings to the table a new possibility. All I have left is one question for you. Would you rather strive toward the unheard of Era Nova, or return to the prosperous Era Chrysia of our past? Make your choice.
I wonder if 60 frames would work in this one.
Now, which of the two would lead mortals to an ideal future?
I wonder what happens if I say an agreement with them. Genuine curiosity. If it's possible to bring Era Chrysia back. But how are we supposed to send Amphorius back to Era Chrysia? To Era Chrysia?
We all know that Era Chrysia is a thing of the past, Lady Kindness.
Chrysia.
Please, enlighten me. How does the Council of Elders plan to turn back time?
Alright, so I guess... Alright.
Let the three titans of calamity be born, and Erechrysia is nevermore. But bring demise to those titans, and Erechrysia will descend upon us again.
I'd have went a little ahead earlier in my other account. Not because I wanted to progress the story so it happens, but because you saw the puzzle in the back, right? I was trying to get that, but I ended up doing this. I'm just like, okay, fine. After this, I'll get that stinking thing. And then I wanted to explore the map.
Know that the Council of Elders is never one to make empty promises. Look at who we have on our side.
Which is technically a snake.
Anaxagoras, one of the Grove's 7 sages. And Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death.
And empty.
With the help of these 2 heroes, I can promise all of you that Erechrysia will exist once more.
Aren't they Chrysos heirs? They're supporting the Council of Elders instead?
It's clear from the start that these heroes do not get along well in their group. All the more proof that Aglaya is unfit to speak on behalf of every Chrysos heir. I am in favor of Erechrysia.
Erechrysia! Erechrysia!
Castorus? Why are you standing over there?
You finally arrived, Naxa. So have you, Cass.
Don't worry, Aglaya. Well, I know that you have many queries. Could you continue to converse like how the citizens normally do? Tell me, dear citizens. If we successfully retrieve and return Thanatos' core flame without anyone passing the Death Titan's trial, what would happen next?
The answer is simple. We will have a chance to rid the world of death and bring Amphorius back to an era era when all beings live forever. We'll usher in a new future that will be entirely different from the flame chase journey.
Sometimes I wonder how people can believe what they believe. It's kind of weird to me.
Your proposal is much too idealistic. As long as the Black Tide still exists, how can we go back to the old days?
Back to the olden days that are so good. I kind of love it how there are instances where
Remember
they were
what
saying
I previously
back in
said?
the good old days, but
Kefali's
it's
core
a time
flame is
where it
guarded
really
by the
wasn't.
secret power of the Council of
Where
Elders.
that nostalgia comes
Plus,
from?
Fagusa's water curtain will be able to block out any external perceptions. Tell me, dear citizens, have any of you ever seen even a glimpse of the threat that this person is talking about anywhere within the walls of this majestic holy city?
But this place will become the Flame Reaver's target sooner or later. Isn't this survivorship bias? I'll go with this one.
If we eliminate death, then there's no need for us to fear that Flame Reaver, right?
Wrong.
Citizens, let's loudly sing the blessed hymn. Oh, beautiful old world, where are you now? Oh, legendary Erachrisia, return to the mortal realm.
After the destruction of the three Titans of Calamity, the Flame Chase journey will have to end.
I'm thinking. Hang on.
Yes!
Alright. I'm gonna be back in just a minute. Be back. Alright.
This is bad. The masses are now totally riled up.
Anaxa, pray tell. Everything that you've mentioned hinges on the premise that we can find Thanatos' existence, right?
Just better.
Thank you,
Excuse me.
Lady Blaya, for still caring about this city. However, dear citizens, we are truly fortunate and blessed. For Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death, will surely find Thanatos under my guidance.
Out of day.
What?
With that, I solemnly promise that the core flame Lady Castorus brings back will be personally managed by the Council of Elders. Thereafter, if we are able to garner the support of all of you at the Citizens' Assembly, we shall spare no effort in ensuring that the Era Chrysia will return to our world once again.
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. Buy carefully into Lenten above, as the Theoros I have observed.
All right.
Akama has chosen her destiny. The issue up for discussion at this Citizens' Assembly shall be modified to the suspension of the Flame Chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the Wall of Heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
Yeah, I like this. Fantastic. Yes.
Aglaya, dear Aglaya. What has caused your heart to soften? You also don't seem to be as quick-witted as before.
Wag your tongue as much as you like. Since the flame chase journey has been preordained by the prophecy, our failure has never been on the cards.
Well then, I guess we'll find out if that's true at the Citizens' Assembly.
Where does the time go before? Stress. What's going on? Where was that puzzle? Puzzle first. Up. Alright, let's see. This. Oh. That's not that. Why is this? You're having many issues right now. What is happening? Alright, that again. No, hang on. The lagging on my end is kind of killing me a bit. Hold on. Alright, so how that looks real quick. First. It's more like I'm just having a fun instance of technical difficulties, like, when I really shouldn't have any. Hey, it's upside down. So, yes, but also no. Oh my frickin' god. See how that looks real quick. Guys, I am actually struggling more so with the fact that my mouse isn't grabbing as it should. You see this, right? It's not holding it right now. Okay, I'm gonna leave and go back to it real quick. There we go. Oh my fuck. Oh, you go down here, you. Alright. We are having a couple of difficulties in the technical sense today, and I, for the life of me, cannot figure out why. Alright. Maybe. Let's see, I hate windowed. Let's see. This look like cheese site. There we go.
No match for me.
That was still kind of painful though. Is there another window that's a bit bigger, by the way? I think that for now. Not exactly how I wanted to spend the day playing the game, sadly. Alright, let's go on lower settings then. that little companion since the war dance stuff. I think I'm gonna get rid of it now. Cute as it is, honest it is. I'm just like, eh.
These people have never taken the prophecy seriously.
Got stuck for a moment. Treasure's located.
Looks good.
A bit lag. Alright. The issue with Lobo is that you can't see characters from afar.
Well, it seems that when I sent you to look for Anaxa, I unintentionally facilitated your partnership with him instead.
My apologies, everyone. I know that you have many questions to ask me. I will answer them to the best of my knowledge.
In that case, please tell us as much as you can.
What happened after you went to look for Alexa?
In actuality, he showed me a past that was both long and heavy.
reason I say this is, as I've mentioned earlier,
Brave lie.
the answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Anaxa, you were in the Netherrealm?
Yes, I am but a living dead man now. But that's not important. What truly
important.
matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes.
Esther's POV.
Have you heard of this tale before? A tale about the ocean god's treasured pearl, our hometown. It was a seaside town which enjoyed the ocean breeze and glorious, peaceful times, thanks to the wisdom of its ruling queen. Until one day, an evil dragon descended upon the town. Its wings were large enough to blot out the sun, while its claws were sharp enough to rip the waves apart. It barged into the tall tower and devoured the queen's beloved daughter. It even settled itself in her bedroom, like a tyrant king. The queen assembled 300 warriors who managed to subdue the evil dragon by chaining it up. However, when the queen slit open the dragon's belly, she realized that the princess had long since been digested, and all that was left of her was a pile of bones. Devastated, the queen wept for several days. It was then that a devious, smooth-talking scholar arrived at the palace and suggested that the princess could be revived through the use of dragon bone and dragon blood. That liar called this process the secret art of alchemy. The princess was reborn! The queen was overjoyed, blissfully unaware that the evil dragon's soul still lurked within the princess's body. As revenge, the evil dragon swallowed the poor queen, the glib liar, the courageous warriors, and all of the town's innocent civilians in a single gulp.
Gulp.
Worse still, the souls of the deceased refused entry to the Netherrealm because they were filled with regret. Forced to roam the mortal realm, these resentful souls ultimately converged into a river of souls that would not retreat for a long time. Terrifying death had consumed all. Thereafter, our hometown fell into ruin as well. Until...
Until?
Actually, I don't know what happened next either.
Oh, my... It seems that you still like to whet people's appetites even after all this time, Pelixia. So, according to your story, this is how I used to look? It's practically a mirror image. And yet, what exactly is this?
A miracle that I created with alchemy. As for what it is and how I was able to accomplish it, I'll keep the answers to myself for now.
It'll take me longer to get through this cutscene.
Oh, my goodness. Is this cliffhanger really necessary?
Quiet, Titan. Continue to enjoy this splendid play, and the truth will naturally reveal itself.
Dragon, huh? I've heard this legend before.
In that case, what do you think of it?
I think that this so-called alchemy was a tenuous analogy added to the story by future generations. After all, you've never heard of a tradition of alchemy in your hometown before, have you?
Indeed. Before I left home to pursue my education, I never even knew that anybody was looking into this area of study.
This is also fairly long cutscene.
Therefore, we can just treat this tale as a fable told to young children.
A fable, you say? If so, what moral is it trying to impart to the kids?
I guess it might be the concept of equivalent exchange?
Oh? I thought the moral might be closer to something like honor the dead. What? At a loss for words?
No. I merely realized that we're both thinking of the same principle. If life is priceless, then there is hardly anything else in this world that is of equal weight to it, right?
Indeed. As expected of the wisest scholar in the land.
You flatter me. Why don't I ask you a question as well, as a form of equivalent exchange?
Of course. What is your question?
If I imparted my knowledge of the art of alchemy to you, would you use it to resurrect someone you loved?
What? What kind of strange question is this? I got it. You're just trying to get me to tell you whether I like anyone, right?
Let's just leave it at that. That was rude of me.
Yes, I would.
Oh?
You would.
Death is inevitable. In the days to come, I'm certain that someone whom I cherish deeply will leave me for good. If such a mighty power really existed, I think I would use it without hesitation. After all, you, me, and the rest will all have to face that fateful moment eventually. My time is finally here. However, perhaps because of my firm belief in the immeasurable value of life, I am unable to complete the trial.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains and be reborn with the dead flame. It is a pity that fate is such a cruel mistress.
Is there no other way of interpreting those words?
Yes.
I'm afraid that the meaning is clear. Between my sister and me, one must pay the price. Our trial can only be completed when the one chosen sacrifices her life.
That's rough.
I'm afraid that the prophecy might even have selected a pair of twins for this exact purpose.
Fortune makes fools of us all.
My sister is prepared to sacrifice herself. And yet, I can't do the same. How absurd. My time is almost up, but I'm still afraid to welcome death. What should we do? If I'm ultimately not able to make up my mind...
Since Chaos is willing to guide all of us and leave this trial to the end, there is still plenty of time for you to ponder.
That's right. Don't allow the fog of an uncertain future to cloud your mind.
I have something I want to say, but I'm not gonna right now.
Trial, prophecy, the topics that they're discussing seem familiar.
Remember how Naias and Xerxes have given characters these names when they had nothing else to call them by at that point?
These three people must not have left their names in the epics. Otherwise, I would have some recollection of this.
That might have something to do with why they are, why these past people look so much like the current Titans. Or at least how some of the Titans once looked.
Amphorius's history before the Titans were born was complete chaos. Is that not strange by itself? I have long held three hypotheses about this. However,
I actually also wanted to say it last stream as well, but I didn't know how to word that at the time. I mean, I'm still bad at wording things verbally.
Alexia. And this warrior, I seem to have met him somewhere before.
Regarding this matter, Naias, Are you confident that you'll complete your trial?
Of course. Though, I am worried about what will happen once I've emerged victorious.
Nexy, da 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 da.
Looks like you have made up your mind.
Yes, this is the safest course of action.
Completely separating courage, honor, tenacity,
This scene looks familiar.
sacrifice, and reason. You really know how to make things difficult.
Please, young lady, witness my fall and demise. Lady Calypso, you shall host the soul-rending ceremony.
Makes me wonder, when did Naias become Nikador and Calypso become Circe's? Because obviously this is the case here.
I do not understand. Why would you dare to sacrifice yourself for a future that you won't get to witness?
Because this is our destiny. The power that resides within me is so intense that I will one day be engulfed by it. Furthermore, a valorous death before glorious return has always been the path I chose to walk. A journey I began long ago. If your sister or Kaos were in my position, I believe they would make the same choice as well.
I'm gonna close on my bed I gotta put away.
I'm not that brave. I don't know how I'm supposed to face such a serious affair.
Despite being Death's chosen one, it seems you still don't know how to face it. Let's chat, young lady. Perhaps I shouldn't end my journey so hastily. Since there's still time, I'm not worried about letting fate wait a little longer.
What's happening? That's a story.
Of course. This warrior is Lord Naias. As the embodiment of Nikador's divinity, he entrusted his life to us and allowed humankind to end his madness.
Blip.
That means that what I'm currently seeing before my eyes is, in fact...
Looks like one hypothesis of mine has already been proven true. These heroes are the true forms of the Titans, before they attain their divinity.
Nice.
If so, the chosen one of death that he speaks of is actually...
Polixia is the previous form of Thanatos? But her appearance...
If this is true, as long as we can find out where she went, we'll naturally be able to figure out the location of the Death Titan.
But before that, we first need to witness what ultimately happened to Lord Anaias.
I think it's a bit self-explanatory, isn't it? Do I hear treasure chest? Oh, we're back again. Brothers, sisters, everybody stay. Okay.
Lord Anaias' honor is sealed here.
Incredible. The honor in this child's soul is so light.
That don't sound nice. Oh man.
Oh.
Raise your encoder ever?
Oh.
It looks like we're still alive? Yeah. Looks to be that way at least. Strange. That's interesting. What the? What? Hello? The hell? What the hell? Hello? What? Ooh. God damn it. Okay. That happened. That became a thing. It shouldn't have, but it did. Jeez, what in the hell is that about? It also disrupted the recording, but unfunny enough. Dude, the hell? WTF was even that? Alright. Alright, I don't want to do this, but considering what just happened, I think what I will do, I'll continue on through the cutscene and add it in later, because holy heck, what the hell? My computer just completely blacked out on me. And anything I pressed, I got the bring, 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 bring sound going. Love that for me, honestly. I said no one ever. Oh well. So like I said, I'll finish up the cutscene as a recording instead. So after this, you're probably going to be seeing me. Well, no, actually, because that part got cut out. Because that got cut out anyway. As fun as that was. But yeah, I'll continue by recording the cutscene where the VOD cut out. So we'll do that. I'll do that over the week. I'll do that. Oh, there's the weekend. I'll do that probably Sunday. You can almost call it Let's Play style. Alright. So, sorry about the stream and PC crash. For those of you who for anyone that came up to hang out with me, thank you so much. I appreciate you. As always, feel free to follow to catch up on new streams and click that bell down there because it will alert you of when I'm live. Of course, if Twitch notifications aren't your cup of tea, then I do post when I go live over on Blue Sky. Of course, if you want to check out the Discord, you can totally do that. You can either click on the pinned comments of this or you can go ahead and type in !Discord and come join the Wonderland hangout. And I suppose until next time, everybody, ciao.